I'm just gonna guess, but I think the arms are the vulnerable thing.
Yay, here we go again. Yeah, the lighting effects are taking up quite a bit.
No,
Yep.
this suit is mine.
Okay, retreats again. They just literally pop out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
it seems
definitely
like-
dropped it down.
You can.
They definitely didn't put in as much work in this part as they did earlier in.
Yeah.
Either that or the PC cannot handle it.
Yeah.
This Crysis, after all.
I will avoid the corny joke in my head.
Can't you repeat that?
I said I will avoid the corny joke that is in my head about.
Oh, okay,
Crysis.
okay, corny. All right.
What did you miss here?
I might go to a different corn. Not for the well, got a lot of that.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
You definitely didn't hear anything with a P.
Corn? A pony. What are you meaning here?
Yeah, what is this thing?
That was the pinch rifle shotgun. I think you need to leech off another battery.
There.
Yeah, I can definitely say, but sure. This does not look like a pony.
They really changed the design for Generation 6, huh?
Yeah. I don't know how to describe Aurora's reaction or what she was reacting to.
There we go. Just trip that stupid brain of yours.
The corn, apparently.
It was that terrible a joke, was it, Aurora?
Here we go. That's another one. Yep. If you are the Alpha, then I'm the Omega. Putting an end to you.
I'm not like you. Not like you at all.
Okay, checkpoint. Oh, hello.
Ooh. Well, that tank isn't going to last very long.
Little rum.
What I can
Oh, wait.
do.
This is big rum.
Go, big guy.
Ooh, that's a mortar.
Okay, that didn't destroy it, luckily.
I wonder if you have access to the secondary fire.
Nope.
Oh. Damn, because I thought I saw missile pods. Yep. I saw
I
missile
think
pods.
Aurora wrote you something, Derby.
Corny mind.
Why, thank you. It's such a great
Oh,
compliment.
hello there.
Only mind versus high mind. What will win?
Oh, there goes the tank, probably. Yep.
Did you say... Was it... Drakir, did you say horny mind or corny mind?
I said, corny mind versus hive mind.
Okay, I misheard you.
Oops.
Again.
The
Vulnerability.
curse is spreading,
There.
people. The curse is spreading.
There we go.
This thing dead yet?
Nope. Third time's the charm. Oh, it's not even bothering with shocking me now. It's just, it's to drill me. Okay. Oh, and we've gotten up on the surface by now, in the meantime.
Yeah.
Great.
And I think I see its fleshy bits.
And there's multiple heavies closing in.
Hi there, Seth here.
Who do they bow to? You or him?
Hello again. Oh, fuck. Psych. Oh, dick fuck.
He's still alive. I'm guessing.
This one's for Raptor Team, you son of a bitch.
Okay, what you put in there? A fucking nuke? There we go. Damn it! Not again!
I was about to say, there's no way we killed that thing with a bow and arrow. That's just too ironic.
Trap! This fucking harness is stuck!
Time to rip it open.
Michael! Hold on! I'll get you out!
Not sure you want to get out right now.
We're too late. They're through. I'm gonna get you out of there. Prophet! Marge! Hold on! Michael! The suit! I can't! Damn it, Barnes! It was never just about the suit! Barnes! Barnes!
The true measure of a
What
hero.
are you prepared to sacrifice? When they came to me with the nanosuit, I sacrificed Lawrence Barnes, the man I
Right, that was the
was,
name.
to become Prophet. Maybe the greatest tactical combat machine the world has ever known. Just following orders.
Is it even human?
You might as well be a fucking machine. But when you've sacrificed everything you had to become a perfect, cold, hard, logical machine, and that machine fails, what happens then?
We got thrown out far.
Yeah.
Everybody has a choice. When Prophet fails, what's left?
Lawrence!
You have something, Prophet. Raj! Hold on! Something the Seth will never have or understand.
Lawrence!
It was never just about the suit! Raj! Hold on!
Lawrence!
Of course. He's trying to tell us something. Nah.
Final mission.
No!
The nanites in your suit are free. They can transform into anything, any form imaginable. Archangel. Total orbital annihilation.
Yeah, of course. I think I see what's going on here.
We still got a gun. Just a bit bigger than before. Okay, Cyberpunk Cthulhu. Time for you to fuck off. There we go.
Wow. That's a city-destroying explosion. That island looked familiar, but I'm not going to say anything more than that.
Yeah, that looked familiar.
And this part I remember. I think we also agree we should not watch the end credits for this one.
Seizing all the remaining assets of the former mega corporation, Cell Industries. Senator Strickland spoke more about the move during the International Road to Recovery Summit earlier today.
Time and again, we look to new miracle technologies to solve all our problems and paid whatever price was asked of us. And in doing so, we lost sight of who we really are and who we can be. The best version of ourselves. A machine must be a tool to serve humanity, not a cage to trap it. As a people, as a world, we've been given a second chance. Let's never forget what we've learned, for the cost of that knowledge has been very high indeed. None of us know what the future holds, but we will meet it together, with full recognition of all that has been lost, and all that we have found again.
First week of boot camp. They taught us a lesson. A good soldier knows there's only one thing he can rely on when the chips are down. Not his cutting-edge intel, not his state-of-the-art equipment, not his top-of-the-line weapon, just himself. Took me a long time to remember that. For now, the war is over. I made mistakes along the way, but after all, I'm only human. My name is Lawrence Barnes. They called me Prophet.
Thank you for the Lucian. Also, hello again, Lingshaw.
Hello,
Yep,
hello.
that's the very first dock that we come up to.
Remember me.
Shakir, did you recommend Lucas Cainhand here?
Maybe.
Okay, and that was Crysis 3, and as of now, that was the entire Crysis series. I have heard a bit of rumor about a Crysis 4, but nothing solid on that.
The way it ended, I feel like it's can easily just leave it there. I'm not against a fourth. So
Yeah.
if they all make a fourth, I would say this. Don't continue the meme, can it run Crysis? Just don't.
Yeah, just put it on Unreal Engine 5. Don't try to fuck with everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's also safe to say let's not see a return of Lawrence Barnes, because that seems a bit... Yeah.
Also, we will not finish the credits for... Let's see how the long credits are here in this game.
We've seen that with the previous two. Let's at least wait until we see the voice actors and then cut it off there. Though I'm unsure if we should try to get started on the Arkham series, because we have only a bit over an hour left. We originally were planning to, we were trying to go for a 3-hour stream, but dinner delayed, so that got shortened. And an hour and a half of this, it sounds about good to me. Not an hour and a half of credits, but with this game.
Yeah. Had we had 15 minutes, I would be eager to say yes, Batman, but no.
That'll have to wait for next week. Because let's be honest, the Arkham series deserves a full start, not just an hour.
Indeed, I agree with you fully.
If there's any multiplayer stuff like DRG or something, I'd be down for that if I have it.
I thought you had it.
Which?
We're starting with the... No, he means if the Arkham games have anything like co-op, which I'm pretty sure they don't. Maybe one of them, but definitely not. We'll have to see. I think there is some DLC with possible multiplayer, or maybe I'm just misremembering.
Yeah.
Not yet. Also, somehow they put this on the freaking Switch.
That would be interesting on the Switch.
Okay, Switch 2? Sure.
Switch
But
1?
Switch? Okay, impressive if it works smoothly. But I would not be surprised that whoever was in charge of putting over messed up.
Yeah, judging by how this went, though, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't run smoothly on the Switch.
Yeah, unless they just downgraded the graphics massively. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, back on a potential Crysis 4. If they do that, I don't think they could do it with... I don't think they could set it after this. Like maybe something between 2 and 3.
Yeah, some kind of...
I was thinking of pre-sequel, but no, that would have to put it before Crysis 1.
Yeah.
Prequel. A prequel that focuses on different teams would be cool.
Maybe another full sort of sequel, or maybe a sort of anthology could work. Like some bits before Crysis 1, covering stuff between, basically covering stuff between before the first Crysis and between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. Like have a chapter with Prophet escaping from the skinning, getting rescued from the skinning labs and such.
Yeah.
And just showing what the fuck happened between 1 and 2, because during that a bunch of characters got killed off in the comics.
Yeah.
Including Nomads.
Yeah.
I'm also okay with them starting a new story with new enemies and all that. I'm also okay with that.
Yeah, the problem would be the suit has become integral to the series, so I'm not sure how you could really use someone else without a suit.
Yeah, and I guess it would not be too eager to put more people into the suit.
Yeah, actually at this point in the timeline now, all of them have been destroyed, and just Prophet has become his own suit, or the suit has become Prophet.
Weird in its own disturbing way.
Yeah.
Yep. TomTom Studio Budapest. Okay. I find that funny because a brand of GPS machines here for the cars, that's called TomTom. So I just was confused for a second there. Also, I saw a Dutch name earlier.
I think that's a Ninja name of a character from Ninja Kids called TomTom. At least they called it a Ninja name, but I don't think it's a Ninja name.
Yeah.
It's weird. That's probably the only scene I remember from that movie.
More research and development from another studio. We haven't even seen the voice actors come by yet, I think.
Yeah, this is why I say we should not watch this since it took forever.
Yeah, let's give it another 5 minutes and then we'll cut it short. Another freaking release. No, just someone else from the studio part of the release team, I'm guessing. Because there's no way that someone is just so. I don't think there's a one-man release team there.
Yeah, something tells me it's going to be a while before we reach the voice actors, but.
This is just a problem of just so much work getting distributed amongst so many different studios. It just gets cut up in like this workload, of course, per division, but it just cuts everything up into so many different groups.
Yeah, they really should change that.
Just slap everyone under the same audio team and such. Instead of just the audio team for this studio, audio team of that studio.
Rather than that, just do a general grouping, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, with this game done, that means we're done with the series. And I'm drawing a bit of a blanket. Third-party credits. Okay.
Intro movie, of course.
But unlike the last set of games that we streamed with the Arkham series, we are just going to go straight from one. We're not setting anything in between. Maybe I'll do that with something after that. Because I have been wanting to stream the Splinter Cell games, but for the fun of it, I kind of want to interlace that with all sorts of games that are the complete and exact opposite of stealthy. Think like a Bulletstorm or Stranglehold.
Yeah, though a lot of Splinter Cell games in the race could be dropped due to mismanagement for a certain company.
Yeah.
All the games should still be playable on Steam at least.
Yeah, but did you need to drop one due to some kind of key?
No, it is still available. That's on the Ubisoft store. I will wait until they've put it on finally voice recording, not even the voice actors. But yeah, due to some bullshit between Steam, finally, or not even the voice actors, finally the voice actors, James Vincent Meredith as Prophet again, David Kennedy as Psycho, Kosher Angler as Claire, Wolf as Carl Ernst Shaw, and everyone else.
I should remember the dude's name.
But yeah, technically speaking, on Steam I own one specific Splinter Cell game, but due to fuckery between Steam and Ubisoft, apparently my key for that got invalidated or something. So I could still get the game, but I'd need to buy it on Terrestrial. Alrighty, we heard them at the end there. I'd need to buy it on the Ubisoft store because it's unavailable on Steam now. You can still get it as part of a pack, I believe, but other than that, it is technically delisted on Steam, I think.
Yeah.
I'd need to double check.
Yeah.
Holy hell, I forgot languages that I needed to do for this. Jesus.
Okay. But yeah, we'll have plenty of time until we get to that game. It is one of the later ones, so hopefully by the time we've gotten through the Arkham games, that one has gone on sale. And if not, then I'll have to buy it at the full price of $10, which is a bit much for buying a game again, I'd say. But it's not like it's a full $80 like some companies are expecting now.
Yeah, did we put Ubisoft games on maybe Avoid?
Yeah, but I still want to do the Splinter Cell games.
I will not be surprised if that will be our last Ubisoft game.
Maybe, we'll have to see. There are still some older Ubisoft games that actually work and such. But again, we'll have to see how the company goes. Let's see, Aurora's going to lie down for a bit, okay. And you're welcome.
Rest well, Aurora, and thank you for joining.
Yeah, rest well.
I think the credits are actually running to its end. And, okay, it passed more than 5 minutes than I said, but I think it's close to the end, so let's leave it running for 2 more minutes or so. If it doesn't reach the end, then... Yeah, fucking course. Come on.
You had to jinx it. Did we even finish the first one?
I think with
Oh, the
all of
credits?
them we've cut off the credits because they just went on for so fucking long.
Yeah, the credits are just...
With one of them I timed them to that was like half an hour or something.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you should not allow credits to take that long.
Yeah, for one, there's no need to keep it a single file only, especially if you just have so freaking many.
Oh my god.
Okay, I give it exactly 1 more minute. Ujigard? I think we saw that last name earlier.
I missed it.
I definitely missed it.
Definitely was not a Dutch last name, I can tell you that. Okay. I've said it before, I do like to give these people their credit, but it just goes on for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Dude, but all that is holy.
Like, people with Kickstarters and such have at least figured out that they need to list these names next to each other because otherwise it would go on for as long as the freaking game.
So, yeah.
That reminds me, I need to check up on a Kickstarter that I followed, and that was 1 minute, so there, enough of that. Okay. Anything interesting here? Yeah, that's just the intros for the missions, music. Let's see.
Story information.
Anything here on the Seth weapons? Oh,
Yeah, because I think we mixed...
Alien weapon that can be ripped off of dead Seth heavy units can either fire a line-of-sight high-powered plasma missile or launch a burst of weaker indirect fire plasma grenades. Bolt sniper. Okay. A bit sad that it doesn't try and go into at least a glimpse of the potential tech behind it.
Yeah.
But well. I will say that these black boxes are kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to find too.
Yeah, it doesn't really say much. It's just a bunch of profanity from Seth idiots, and then getting gunned down by the Seth for the most part.
You said
at least.
Seth idiots.
Yeah, Cell idiots getting killed by Seth idiots. Then again, all of the Seth here are technically not even that smart themselves. They're just being puppeted by the hive mind.
Yeah. Which doesn't work out for them very well.
Okay. And
you...
Go ahead.
I was going to say as well, you'd think with them being puppeted, you'd think the second one saw you, they would all know to just come here.
Yeah. But yeah, with the last of the Crysis games done, I do have to say that out of all of them, I think I still prefer the first one.
Yeah, the first one is better in some ways, for sure.
Yeah, not just because it's the only game that lets you actually crawl around and such, but it's also just the advantage of the first... It's also the advantage of the first game, first anything in a trilogy. It's typically the first one that gets all the attention, gets enough success to actually start a trilogy.
Yeah. And I think I can add one thing to add to why there's another reason we can like the first one more. It was more optimized than the third.
Yeah, they definitely dropped the ball with the remasters here and there. And yeah, I'm pretty sure when we originally streamed this, before I started putting everything on YouTube for the storage and such, I dislike the open area where we have to go around to deal with the AAAs. Yeah, I already disliked it then, and I still dislike it here.
Yeah.
There, Captain.
There are those buggies that are around and such, but those get just shot to bits in seconds. So how are you supposed to effectively get around?
Well, correction. Either he gets shredded by the enemies or by his own horrible driving.
Or a combination of both.
With that, let's quit the game for the last time and look for someone to raid. Okay, now let's have a look. Oh, it's pretty busy at the moment, it seems. Okay, let me narrow this down to a few. Also, let me actually screen share so you a lot can see. So there and there.
It's easier to see which one you're talking. Oh.
Yeah, that's a long list, huh? Okay, let's have a look.
Holy guacamole!
And we have Pika Girl, who is playing League of Legends.
Oh,
we have the Siren Ivy, who is playing the casting of Frank Stone. I'm not sure if I've heard of that game before or not.
Same.
I can't say I know of it.
And let's see.
I'm really curious.
When I spotted here towards the top, Frayne, they're playing Warhammer Vermintide 2, which that game and Darktide got a big update recently, I believe.
Oh yeah, Darktide apparently getting a new character.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I've heard rumors on that, but we'll have to see.
It has been confirmed.
Okay, I've
heard
heard
video about it now.
I've seen memes about that some people think it's going to be a rattling sniper or something, but
Nope.
I find it extremely doubtful.
Oh, I can't tell you what it is, for it has been confirmed now.
Oh.
The Arbiters. AKA
Okay.
the hybrids between Judge Dredd and Robocop. At least by helmets.
All right. Let's see then. Repeating again, we have Pika Girl with League of Legends. Let me take, a peek. Who was the second one I said? Oh, yeah. Wait. Did Siren stop? Because I'm not seeing them in the list anymore. Okay, yeah, they must have just stopped or something. Instead, then, we have Profound Madness, who is playing Death Stranding. I'm still interested in streaming that game. It will be a long one, but it is actually a lot better than people often hear it is.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have Vermintide 2.
I think most people having complained about the story, besides it kind of get a bit weird, is more of a how complicated it is to make a good YouTube series out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, but any of those sound of interest? Pika with League, Profound Madness with Death Stranding, or Frayne with Vermintide 2?
I say Frayne.
Okay,
I will agree with that, just to make it easy.
Okay.
I say we will avoid League of Legends.
Yeah.
Okay. /raid and paste. But before we start that, of course, thank you everyone who may have been watching now or later. Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Lucius, for the follow as well. And thank you as always, Drakir, Ram for visiting, and Dervin.
You're welcome as always, my friend. And thank you all for joining and watching this madness.
You're welcome indeed.
And yeah, let's see. Nothing tomorrow, nothing on Saturday either. And on Sunday, we continue with Castlevania Portals of Ruin. And hopefully we can get some multiplayer done on Monday.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, but until then, let's get this raid started. And yeah, thank you all again for watching. And until next time, have a nice day. And until then.
Be safe, everyone. Sleep well. And watch out for an angry Derby.
And Seth debris from the recent explosions.
Yeah, be careful of Prophet as well. He could probably he could sneak up on you and kick your ass 5 ways to Sunday before you can even react.
Oh my.
Oh.